And open your books to lesson 10, Landon, or unit 10, lesson 4. Now I want to talk a little bit about what this lesson is called. Products, okay? So products means we're multiplying these factors together.
That's an answer.
Sums, that means they add up to something. And signs, here's going to be the biggest one. How do we know if it's positive or negative? Yesterday when we did that Kahoot, that seemed to be what we were having the most confusion on. Is it +3? Is it -3? Okay, so the important stuff there. Landon's going to read that top little blurb for us, please.
Problems 1 through 4 shows multiplication equations like this. 5x blank, or 5 blank, x blank 5, x blank 4 equals blank. Write only plus or minus in the boxes to make all the problems different. Then use the models to multiply and complete the questions. The first is started for you.
All right, so there's 4 different things that can happen here as far as signs go. The first one's done for you. You can darken them a little bit if you want, but they did plus first and minus second. Are always going to have the option to draw the tables. I don't know how many of you did that yesterday, if it was helpful. This one, they got them drawn out for you, but that is always an option. So, of course, we have x plus 5 and x minus 4. Right here, I get x squared, x times x. What would go right here?
5x. Negative 4x.
20. Negative 20.
Okay, important, right? Got to watch the negative. So what do I get then for an answer?
-20. Or x.
X squared, yep.
Plus negative 9. No.
No, -1.
Yeah. No.
Just positive.
1.
5x minus 4x is 1x. Now you have the option to just write x or 1x. Wouldn't be wrong either way. And then the minus 20. Let's do one more together. So I did plus minus. What do you want to do on the second one?
Minus plus.
Minus plus.
So can you basically create your own problem?
So that means minus 5 there, 4 there.
Just remember, can you basically create your own problem?
I don't know what you mean by that. There are only 4 options. The order that we do these in won't matter.
So I could do like plus for all of them.
No, it says 4 different ways.
So like a plus minus minus plus 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 negative negative.
Yes. But let's finish this guy.
So do 4 at the top. No, it doesn't have to be. Oh, it has to be that. I'm sorry, my
I
bad.
already have it drawn out.
Negative 5x. 4x. Negative 20.
No
20.
x.
I'm tired.
Answer.
X squared plus 1. 1.
We need -1.
Yeah. And
All right, so look what changes here.
that's
The
fine.
only thing that changes was the middle. Positive x here because the positive was bigger. Negative x here because the negative is bigger. So what signs do you want to do for 3
Positive.
and 4?
Negative negative.
There you go. Why don't you try those 2? Fill them in. See how that changes our answers.
I'm gonna fall asleep for 10 hour.
I took my nap last hour.
So they hit the low 20.
English. And science. No, it's science.
Done?
You missed me. I didn't want to be there.
Yes? Madison, done?
Yes.
Done?
Yes.
You said almost. Devin?
Almost.
Lando. Lambdo.
One more question left.
Can you guys come up and do one?
Yes,
Yeah,
I would love
if
to.
you want.
I want to do the plus ones. Go for it, Maddie. Whatever
Well,
makes you
obviously,
happy.
because they want to do this one because she knows she gets it right.
Yeah, I know, I didn't get that one right.
Next
Oh, yes,
one.
negative. My bad. Hold up. Yeah, negative. Wait.
You're doing the right one.
Oh, that one. I'm looking down here.
Oh.
My bad. That one. Yeah.
Can you write the answer out? I'll have to work on it and come back, that's fine.
Yeah.
Madison, go ahead.
I'm reading it, so that makes no sense. I have this one.
Nope. I don't know what you do on Mel's gonna come back up if she can get it.
So if it's a negative minus negative, it's positive.
You're adding them, so it's still negative.
So it'd be negative 5 plus 4.
Negative 5 plus negative 4. They're both negative.
Yeah.
So it's like you borrow $5 from me and then you borrow another 4.
I'm 9.
Everybody agree with Madison's as you're checking yours?
Yes.
Madison agrees with Madison.
Just kidding. Yeah.
Okay, Brian.
Okay, I figured it out.
Alright.
Is what we're gonna say. Whether I'm right or something, I don't know. But let's see. Ouch, my toe. There we go. That's not very nice.
All right. Okay, those all look good. Okay, those all look good. One of the most important things I would like you to jot down here. Okay, if our factors are both plus, what do you notice about this?
It equals a plus.
It means these are both going to be plus, right? So it's going to be x squared plus something x plus something. That will always be the pattern. Zoom in a little bit for you. That will always be the pattern if both factors are plus. Both of these are plus. If the factors are both minus, it's going to follow this pattern. First one will be negative. Two negatives multiply to give you a positive, which is why the last term is positive. So if these two factors are negative, you're going to get x squared minus something x, not 9, plus something. So if you ever see minus plus here, you know they're both going to be negative. All right, the other one. If you have one of each, 1 plus, 1 minus.
There's a lot of white words in here.
X squared plus something minus something, or it could be minus as well, depending on which one is bigger, as you saw here. X minus 5 is bigger than 4, this is negative. X plus 5 is bigger, that's what makes that positive. So now that you have the pattern, that should make solving these a little easier for you. So hopefully, Landon, you wrote those down. Question number 5. See how this is minus minus?
Yeah.
Let's find out which one of these would be minus minus. So it's not this one, so they're not both positive. It's not this one, so they're not both negative, so that means you have one of each. Now I got to figure out which one is plus, which one is minus. Well, my answer here is a negative in the middle,
So it has to be a bigger one.
so the bigger one has to be negative.
So negative 7.
That means it's negative 7 and a positive 2. So it doesn't matter where you put the 2 and negative 7. You can double check. X squared, here's our negative 5, negative 14. Okay, but it does have to go in that order. Want to do one more? Can you try 6 and 7? All right, try them. Use the template we just talked about. All right, number 6. Mel, what do you think?
Negative, negative.
They're both negative, following this pattern right here. Middle is negative, but the end is positive. Middle is negative, end is positive. They are both minus. Negative 2, negative 7. That's how you get the negative 9. 2 negatives make a positive 14. Kira, what do you think on the last one? Okay, look at what it gives us here. Negative, positive. So it's not that one. It's not that one. It's not that one. Here's your negative, positive. So they're both negative again. Negative, negative. Negative 2, negative 3. That's what gives you negative 5. And a positive 6. Landon, on the bottom, I would like you to be J.
Can I be Lena?
You can be Lena. Go ahead, J.
We need 2 numbers with a product of 6 and the sum of 5 points. So it's 3 and 2.
Okay, that's a period.
Okay.
But yeah, so hold on. J is saying that we need factors of 6. That give us 5. Go ahead, Lena.
We need a product of negative 6J. One of the factors has to have a subtraction in it.
Okay, so Lena's mentioning, well, it's a negative 6. So that means one of those has to be negative. Continue, Jay.
But they still have to add up to a positive 5. So something is positive.
Okay, so both can't be negative because it has to add up to a positive 5. Go ahead, Lena.
That's so true. They have to have a product of negative 6 and a sum of 5. Oh, I know.
Okay. What do you think? Factors of negative 6 that will add up to 5.
Oh, negative 1 and 6.
So negative 1 and positive 6?
Yeah.
Negative 11.
6 minus 1 is 5. That is Correct.
What about negative 11 and 6?
11 and 6. That does not multiply together to give you 6.
Oh, multiply.
I get 66 Lando.
Lambden.
Lando.
You know what I'm talking about.
Dang, that hurt. Not really.
All right, question 8. We are going to think about this one and put our options in the table. Okay, this is what you should be thinking on every one of these problems. Devin, negative 1 times 18 is negative 18. 1 times negative 18 is negative 18. They add up to negative 17. Can you give me 2 more numbers that multiply to give you negative 18?
6 and 3.
18 and,
I've asked Devin.
Oh, I'm sorry.
18 and positive 1.
Yep. Got that?
18 and positive, no, negative 18 and negative 1.
Got that one? So something other than 18 and 1.
1 and 18.
Got to be other factors besides 1 times 18 to give me 18.
I got this.
9 and what?
2.
2. Which one do you want to be negative?
The negative
Okay. What do those add up to?
2. 7.
Give me another one.
Anybody?
Sure.
Negative 3 and 6.
What do those add up to?
3.
Landon, Kira. Need one.
I tried. Kira, and mine.
Landon.
9, negative 9 and 2.
What do those add up to?
Negative 7.
Kira, do mine now.
Kira.
What?
Last one.
Yeah, wait, sorry. Do mine backwards. Negative 6 and positive 3.
What do those add up to?
Negative 3.
Very good. So when you're doing these problems and you're thinking factors, that's what you should be thinking of. Factors that give you negative 18, but they're going to add up some negative 7. Well, which one is it then? By looking at our chart.
9 and negative 2.
Right here. Negative 7, Mel.
Oh, my bad. I said 2.
So negative 9 and 2. So one of these is negative 9. One of these is positive 2. And then we put them in accordingly. And you have to have them in the correct order. You have to have those signs together. Question number 9. We can see that one factor will require a negative number. By looking at the equation, why not both? How do I know they're both not negative?
Because it's not positive.
What's not? Which part of my original equation would have to be positive?
2p. No.
2p?
What?
There's no 2p in there.
Are we in 8? Right?
We're not in 10 yet.
Okay. That's 7. No, is that 18? No.
The 18.
18.
If it was minus, if these two things were negative, that would have to be positive because 2 negatives multiply to give you a positive. That's how you know they're not both negative. Following the pattern that I had you write down. That is going to save you tremendous time. Question 10. We're going to do this one together. Factor pairs of negative 8. So 2 numbers that multiply together to give you negative 8.
2 and negative 4.
2 and negative 4. And what do those add up to?
Negative
What do those add up to?
Oh, 2. What? Negative 2?
Yes, so your first guess, Kira, found you the answer. Because that is what we have in the middle. So now you have two options, Melody. You know it's going to be a positive 2 and a negative 4. You can write them like that. Or draw your chart. There's what it would look like. And you just told me it's 2 and negative 4. So you'll get the same answer. So I recommend thinking of it mentally, or making a little chart like they have. So factors of 15, and you're looking for numbers that will add up to negative 8. I'm going to let you see if you can find that one.
God, what? I haven't had cheese pizza.
Got him?
Yeah.
Landon?
Almost.
All right, so let's worry less about pizza then and more about your math.
Who doesn't worry about pizza though?
But is it pizza in
But I'd like you to do math first.
Is it pizza
Yeah,
in
because
math?
pizza is pie.
Involved?
Oh.
Yeah? But that's not what we're working on right now.
Dang.
Gotta have the symbols ready.
No, I want hot dogs.
Factor pairs of 15. Numbers that multiply together to give you 15. Focus, please, Mel.
Negative 3 and 5.
-3 and 5. That would be negative 15, so that is not an option.
I meant negative 5 and positive 3.
Negative 5, negative 3.
Both of them are negative.
I meant, yeah, I meant more.
You'll add those up and get negative 8. You know you got the answer.
Yep, I did.
That means your factors are z minus 3 and z minus 5. It says by looking at problem 11, we know that both factors require negative numbers. Why? Because it is z squared minus, and then the last one is a plus. That is what gives it away. Because every time you see that pattern, they will both be negative. All right, before we close today, there are 2 more of these I'd like you to do. Just extra examples. I'm going to give you one at a time. I recommend making a little chart like this to start. Here's the first one. See if you can get that one. Don't say it out loud, please.
Got it.
Write down your factors.
Got it.
Is that 66?
Yes, it is.
It's negative 66, Kira.
Sorry.
RE.
Not just any 66. It's backwards.
Well, I didn't know what the
The
second
different
number was.
How do you get it backwards?
It's
What will I find out though? Will I?
And here's the other one. I want to check your first one before you do the second one.
Okay.
So if you have it, raise your hand. I'll check it.
Do you want to write it down?
Yeah.
Tell you my answer?
Nope. I don't want you to say it because then other people will hear it.
Okay. That's my answer.
We'll write them as a factor though. I want them like this.
Oh,
Please.
okay. So like R plus
Yep.
this
Oh, I thought you were gonna say it.
number. No.
Yep, and you wouldn't have to have the plus on the last one, you would just do minus.
Yeah.
But either way is fine. Okay, try the last one. That is incorrect.
Incorrect.
Yep.
Do the numbers on each one?
Because if you would add a negative 11 and negative 6, it would be a positive 66. It would be a negative 17.
I got it, Mr. Melbourne, for the next one too.
That.
Correct.
Booyahs. I do pay attention
People
to
with their
numbers.
hand up, you want to kind of help.
Sure, I'll help. What are you doing? Hi, besties.
Hi.
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 Okay, so if you're having a negative, so what the positive and negative?
Hey, Chris.
Oh, that line is so straight.
No.
But a positive minus something. A
Oh,
bigger
wow,
number
I'm an
is
idiot.
so would that be a positive? Yeah, good job, Maddie. Good job, Maddie. How are you doing?
Pretty great.
That's great.
Factors of 66, what you should be thinking of. 1 times 66.
Mr. Melbourne, I get it.
Well,
I need to draw the box thing, right?
You don't have
oh,
to.
Mr. Miller, you have to check his own at me. How you doing, David? Understandable, but how you doing with that one right here? So what are some factors of 11?
Factor 11,
Nope.
there is
Why
5.
not?
Negative 5.
Not like you.
6, 6,
So wait,
11.
Correct. But which was
Yes.
positive? Which was
That's
negative?
That's a big difference.
If you want a positive 5,
Is that right?
Yep.
this will be negative. So 11
Not this one.
6. Or 11.
Is that?
Yes. All right, looks like everybody's on the right track. So the first one, factors of 66
You're trying to cut.
that add up to 5. Factors of 66 that add up to 5 are 11 and negative 6. 11 times negative 6 is negative 66. 11 minus 6 is 5. Mel, how would I write my factors?
Oh. R plus 11 and then R minus 6.
So 11 is positive. 6 is negative. Again, if you want to make the chart, do it. Make sure your signs are correct, though. Last one. What do you got?
I got m plus negative 6.
Or m minus 6.
Yeah. And m minus 7.
There you go. Factors of 42 that add up to negative 13. M squared minus 13m plus 42. That is correct. All right, last thing I'm going to have you do. Let's see. Go to the back inside the back cover.
Dude, what's up with these tissues? This thing.
Here's what I'm going to have you do. Sure that's not just whatever came out of your nostril?
No, I went to blow it out like this.
Okay. I want you to make up to, for instance, they're both going to look like this. You can use whatever letter you want. Don't write mine down.
Where did you go to this?
Inside the back cover, it's just a blank page. So I'm going to pick whatever I want. I'm going to pick -3 and +4. Hey, that's what I'm going to pick. And here's what I'm going to give my partner. You're going to do 2 of these like this.
Oh, we're switching them. We're doing something.
Yep. So I'm going to get x squared. That's going to be +4 minus 3. What's 4 minus 3?
-1. No, I mean 3. No, 1.
4 minus 3.
Positive 1.
+1. So I'm going to put +1x. And what is -3 times +4?
-12.
-12. So here's what I'm going to get my partner. And I'm going to say, you figure out what this is. This is my answer key. Okay, so once again, here's another example. I'm going to choose R. I can choose whatever numbers I want. I'm going to go make this one a little harder. I'm going to go -8 and -7. So R times R is, of course, R squared. What is -7 plus -8?
-15.
-15. R. What is -8 times -7?
-56.
+56. So here's what I'm going to give my partner. Say you figure it out. Okay, so you're going to do 2 of them. Rotate with somebody else. Make sure you have this correct, obviously. And then you're going to check it. You're going to check it with your answer key. All right?